Welcome to my nightmare.
What's up, boys and ghouls? It's your girl Mika G, and welcome to another episode of Cinematic Nightmares. It's summertime, the beaches are packed, and the ice cream is melting. And if you're smart, you're not getting in the water, because this week we're talking about Jaws, the shark, the myth, the movie that redefined horror blockbusters and beach vacations. So let's get into this. Let's take it back to 1975, way before I was born. People didn't know what they were walking into. This was not just some creature feature airing at midnight. This was a summer event. Families showed up to a theater with popcorn thinking they were going to get an adventure and left terrified of the ocean. And the kicker, this wasn't even supposed to be the horror phenomenon it became. It was based on the best-selling book by Peter Benchley, but Spielberg saw something deeper. He took a story about a shark and turned it into a suspense-driven, character-heavy masterpiece. Let's talk about this cast. 3 men against 1 monster. Let's talk about this trio. Brody, Hooper, and Quint. They're not just the good guys. They're real men with flaws, trauma, and different philosophies on how to deal with the same threat. Brody is landlocked. He's a city cop trying to keep people safe in a place he barely understands. The man is terrified of water.
We know all about you, Chief. You don't go in the water at all, do you?
That alone is enough tension, but add in the town people pushing him to downplay these shark attacks for the sake of tourism.
Experts from the Oceanographic Institute on the mainland. Only 24 hours. I didn't agree to that.
Instant pressure cooker. And then Hooper rolls in like a breath of fresh salt water, young, rich, educated, but not soft.
Gentlemen, the officer asked me to tell you that you're overloading that boat.
You ain't going, man. What do you care? Hold on.
Well, then, can you tell me if there's a good restaurant or hotel on the island?
You walk straight ahead.
They're all gonna die.
All about him.
This man dives into a cage with a great white shark. You have to respect that. And then there's Quint. He's not just a salty sea dog, he's haunted. That USS Indianapolis speech isn't just for a dramatic effect. That was real. Hundreds of men died in shark-infested waters. When he talks, the room stops breathing.
Sometimes that shark, he looks right into you, right into your eyes. You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
What's brilliant is how they bounce off each other. They clash.
You're certifiable, Quint. You know that? You're certifiable.
They bond. And
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago and I got right to my head.
when the boat trip starts, it's a psychological war and a monster. Now let's get into the drama behind the camera, because baby, this movie was cursed from the start. The shark nicknamed Bruce kept breaking down constantly. Saltwater just kept wrecking its mechanical parts. Spielberg was young and overwhelmed. They were over budget, over schedule, and at one point people seriously thought that this movie was going to flop. But that broken shark, it forced Spielberg to get creative, and instead of showing it, he built dread with shots from the shark's point of view with empty water and shadows. Add in John Williams' score and you've got some of the most effective suspense ever filmed. And let me tell you, less really was more, because by the time you do see the shark, it's earned and it's horrifying. Also, fun fact, Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss reportedly hated each other off set, like real tension. But somehow it worked. That energy translated into performances that felt lived in. And we cannot talk about Jaws without talking about the score. John freaking Williams. 2 notes. That's it. And those 2 notes became the sound of dread. It's simple, primal, and unforgettable. You hear that dun dun, and your brain says you're being hunted, even if you're in a kiddie pool. That score doesn't just accompany the shark, it becomes the shark. And when you hear it, you feel the threat before you even see it. And that, my friends, is genius. And the crazy thing about this movie, it was rated PG. Let that sink in. PG. This is before PG-13 existed, so things were a little looser then. But still, how did this slip through? We've got bloody limbs, a kid getting chomped in broad daylight, and one of the gnarliest boat death scenes in horror history. That final act with Quinn is so brutal, it's chaotic, and it's totally unforgettable, but it's also classy. The gore isn't gratuitous, and it's earned, and when it hits hard. And Jaws didn't just break records, it broke the rules. This was the first wide release summer blockbuster. It changed how studios marketed movies, how they scheduled releases, and how they chased box office gold. And the ripple effect didn't stop there. I mean, shark movies exploded, but none ever truly topped Jaws. Even with CGI, bigger budgets, or crazier plots, they couldn't capture that raw tension of Spielberg's ocean nightmare. And don't even get me started on the effect that it had on the public. People legit stopped swimming in the ocean. Beach towns lost tourism. Shark experts had to go on press tours to calm the public down. This was more than a movie. This was a cultural reset. So what makes Jaws so timeless is not just the shark, it's the suspense, it's the characters, it's the idea that horror doesn't need to hide in the dark. It can happen on a sunny beach in front of a crowd where there's nowhere to run. It's also a masterclass in restraint. Today's horror sometimes shows too much, but Jaws knew when to hold back. It trusted the audience to feel the fear without needing to see every bite. It trusted tension. And that's why it holds up to this day. So yeah, when it comes to summer horror, Jaws isn't just iconic, it's essential. It's the reason we still second guess the ocean. It gave us some of the greatest performances, one of the most chilling monologues, and a score that defined a generation. And the real horror, that shark wasn't personal. You were just in the way. And until next time, boys and ghouls.
Tip it! Tip it! Tip it! Tip it! Come on, tip it! Tip it!